As the internet has taken over the marketplace of ideas over the last couple decades, we have been bombarded with the obsession with trends. This makes sense given that the majority of marketing is done online these days. Status is largely tied to being able to participate with the newest and most exciting thing. People feel left out of having relevant opinions if they're not involved in the cultural conversation of the moment. I am guilty of this as much as the next person. It's hard not to be when we're surrounded with algorithms that push information relevant to our previous interests constantly down our throats. I do think that I share a unique perspective with my generation though, given the fact that I am a millennial. We were pretty much the first generation to experience both culture before and after the internet had become a predominant cultural force. When I was a little kid, smartphones weren't a thing. And I feel like it was more common to see younger people enjoying the moment of life outside of technology, while also using technology to supplement interests in things that actually added value to the human experience. And one of the most obvious examples of entertainment that have shifted along with the culture are video games. Video games, when I was growing up, were largely about the singular experience of the game itself. With the advent of the internet, some of these games were shared experiences, but you'd still be playing World of Warcraft to experience the world of Azeroth. The competitive elements of online multiplayer games were largely symbols of status in and of themselves. But this was a status based on accomplishment and familiarity with both the lore and the mechanics of the game. When it came to viral videos related to games, it had more to do with how good someone was at an accomplishment, or it was a guide on how to accomplish things yourself. Compare that to modern day, where pre-sales and microtransactions largely balance the playing field as far as in-game accomplishments for the average consumer. You get a much different culture. This new culture focuses on instant gratification, along with having the wealth and capacity to basically participate in anything that is a trend. Not to say that all games that are trendy are not good games, and that they don't have decent progression systems. But oversaturation in the market has divided people's attention as well as their attention spans. This is honestly just natural human behavior in a very unnatural algorithmic environment. So I'm not trying to throw any judgment at anyone. I just wanted to make this video as a quick reminder to all of you people who have been gaming as long as I have, as well as younger people that may have started gaming in more of this era of instant gratification, that all of this hyperfixation on trends does not have to inform your experience and how you choose to spend your time. It especially doesn't have to make you feel pressured to like something just because it's relevant to the internet at this present moment in time. At the end of the day, games are supposed to be designed for you to have fun, and possibly to immerse you in a form of escapism. But when it comes to entertainment, you are the only determining factor in what you enjoy. If you don't like live service games, or linear cinematic experiences, or Metroidvanias, that is your prerogative. You don't have to have an opinion for the sake of talking about something on the internet. You could stick to games that you enjoy for the gameplay, or for some kind of fulfilling artistic experience that you get out of it. In the era of gaming that I grew up with, it was a lot easier to compartmentalize these things. Gaming experiences were centered around individual pieces of media that you would buy, and these were largely on consoles catered to focusing on those experiences. As hardware and software have changed, we are now plugged more into a cultural zeitgeist of gaming as we experience games. Our opinion is often informed by others, and sometimes we just forget to try something and develop an opinion for ourselves. This is one reason that gaming nostalgia kind of took YouTube by storm for a while. I have my opinions, and I share them to see if other people resonate with them. I am part of the culture of informing other people's opinions, or reinforcing existing opinions. But ultimately, guys, you just like what you like. Form an opinion for yourself because of the experiences you have with games. In an era of overstimulated media exposure to every significant piece of art, remember that you can just unplug from that and just experience a game devoid of all of that. As gamers, we can still have that single-player experience or a multiplayer experience that's just focused on socializing with friends or simply just going through the campaign of a linear game. As much as we used to draw our attention to the journey of Master Chief, Ezio Auditore, or John Marston, you can still do that with Clive Rossfield, Kratos, or Cal Kestis today. You can still jump in an FPS game lobby and do team battles with your buddies, just like we did back when Halo 2 came out. At the end of the day, guys, you shape your gaming experience. It's only the distractions of the modern era that keep us from the joy of an experience. And the more we engage authentically with those experiences, the more authentic opinions we will be able to form. And as a result, we will be able to support better gaming experiences as consumers. Experiences that we can continue to develop our own authentic opinions about. Because if you can't enjoy it, what's the point? If any of this struck a chord with you, please like and subscribe, and join me on my journey of authentically digesting games and other forms of media. Please comment down below what some of your favorite gaming experiences have been. And thank you everyone for coming to the Dutch Ritz party.